Get some action here. Let's hear some action, Uncle Harry.
Next to Mr. Malamet, Harry's better half, Annette. I tried to tell Harry that the nicest thing about you, Harry, is your wife. And our honoree for this evening, Harry, and you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the anthem? Step back a little bit. I've got a granddaughter. If I said a man has a lifespan, what's they're saying up a clue. As a person has a lifespan. 70 again. I'm sorry, Disney, I'm trying. If you put up any higher, you're going to have a humor. Couldn't really go up and do the things that Kohanim are supposed to do for the certain times of the year when they bless the congregation. He went anyways, but he always had Harry in tow. He took Harry by the hand, really, and led him up to the bema there so Harry could be part of this ritual that he so dearly loved. More than just go up there by himself, I hope that he will take his two sons with him so that when their turn comes,
Hear that, Sheldon?
bless the crowd,
Jeff, you're in there.
congregation as it should. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a long talk to see who we should honor this year. And there was no contest. We decided Harry was the boy for this year, and we're very happy that Harry chose to accept it. Harry, on behalf of our congregation, I'd like to present you with a Kiddush cup that I hope you will use for many, many years. The cup says, presented to Harry Minuk by a grateful congregation, June the 26th, 1991. Harry, L'chaim.
First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the committee for honoring the Minuk family here tonight. As I stand here and receive this award, I'm reminded of my dad who received this very same award 11 years ago. I have tried to follow my dad's footsteps in matters pertaining to the shul, and I'm sure that my dad, who's watching from up above here tonight, is stepping out of nachas here tonight, knowing that some of his teachings has rubbed off onto me. The Chaver Mishnai Shul has long been a tradition in the Minuk family, and I hope that my children and grandchildren will carry on this tradition for many years to come. Thank you all for coming.
All Harry had to do was start out by saying, unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, and he did a very good job, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, before I turn the microphone over and the evening over to our coordinator for many years.
Excellent job, Uncle Harry.
I would like to ask Phil and Ida Zill to please stand up.
What do you say? Nice job, eh, Sheldon?
Ida and Phil retired this year. And they're
My
starting
camera's
out their
better than
retirement
your camera.
leaving tomorrow morning early.
De muzak davon zal lassen a marshal down the tug, and it goes something like this. Dove barrel, weiß nicht, angekommen, Leben Herschels Haus. Ja, Leben Herschels Haus, und jetzt Haus, darf ich schön reingehen. Gaat een glas of thee, schmutzig. Mit einmal kommt zu der Sache rein. Herschel, du weißt was, ist mir reingegangen ein Gedanke im Kopf. Und du möchtest mir glauben, als deine Kinder Schleume Aaron, Henry Chaie und Jakob Leser
Laser. Laser.
haben wir Kinder. Das heißt, wenn du musst gewinnen, sehr ja. Erst seien sie schöner reich, aber gewiss, möchte ich dir sagen, als glaubt, als ist ein kluger Vater. Herschel hat nicht getracht lang und gern von seinem Vater Tate mit größter Herz was a man who is dedicated, devoted to this synagogue. His spirituality towards this synagogue cannot find a seconder. You, I believe, have undertaken with your desire, your devotion, and your dedication. Yes, your father had a spiritual education, but spirituality can be translated in more than one word. Keep up your good work. Enjoy the cup they received tonight mit groß Freude. Vernutzt jeden Shabbos, wie du das kennst. Lernen sich heus Kiddush na Negen und vergessen ihren Teufel nach. Und Pesach, Käfer ihn versichern. Harry, I would like you to use this cup asach, die Sünde jagen. You and your family, your ganze Mischbach.
You're doing a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, I always look forward to sitting down with Harry and discussing the world events. If the world would only listen to us, we would have salvaged everything and we would have made us a better world to live, but nobody listens to us. But we listen to each other and we enjoy each other's company. And I've noticed that with that little schmechel, that's subtle humor, you know, he's got a very keen sense of that humor and a wit. Have you ever told the story? And a great relationship and rapport existed between us and has been established those 11 years. And I only pray to God, the Almighty, spare him for many, many years in good health with his family and his friends. And since I indicated to you before that I'm back to my roots, orthodoxy, I grew. The attitude that you have about your own life directs your actions. Notwithstanding the blessings of old age and the fact that we all aspire to it, old age suffers from too many physical limitations to constitute the best years of our lives. Perhaps its most obvious and most serious burden is reflected in the High Holy Day prayer. Cast us not off in old age, when our strength departs, first old age, which too often rob it of the peace